Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. Healthcare, you might know, the worst performing sector of the year so far, and one of just three still in the red since January after we got weakness in one part of the market. The health insurers, names like Centene, UNH, Molina, Elevance, all have had bad news last couple of weeks, down double digits on the year and more than cut in half off of their 52-week highs. It's been a non-stop stream of bad news from almost all of those names.
Yeah, brutal. Also pharma as well. We'll stick with healthcare. Shares of Sarepta falling again this morning, following a 35% decline for the stock on Friday after a third patient death tied to its gene therapy treatment. Today's drop comes after the company said it would continue to ship this treatment for Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, even after the FDA asked for a voluntary halt. The company saying in a statement, in part, quote, "At Sarepta, patient safety and well-being are always our top priority. We are committed to upholding the highest safety standards for all of our therapies." Joining us now to discuss is BMO Capital Markets analyst Kostas Biliouris. Just tell us what's at stake here for patients of this horrible disease and for the company, Kostas.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. So, as you correctly said, on Friday, FDA has requested from Sarepta to withdraw voluntarily the gene therapy Elevidys from the market, and Sarepta refused to. Just to clarify things a little bit here, is that FDA already knew for about 2 weeks that some patient had died in another trial of Sarepta, but FDA did not choose to take action during these 2 weeks. But on Friday, when the patient death became available, FDA asked Sarepta to voluntarily withdraw the shipments of this drug, which kind of questions FDA's really concerns, whether they are driven by safety concerns or publicity concerns. But in any case, what is happening moving forward is there are two parts of patient population, ambulatory and non-ambulatory patients. In the non-ambulatory patients, the company has paused shipment of the drug. So the company is now moving forward with shipping drug to ambulatory patients, despite FDA's request to pause shipment of all patients. Now, what I would say is that in this part of the population, the ambulatory part, there have been 0 deaths so far. So the safety profile has not changed in this ambulatory part, although I would clarify that there is a thin line between ambulatory and non-ambulatory patients. So moving forward, we want to see how FDA will react to Sarepta's refusal of shipping ambulatory patient drug as well.
Is there spillover, Kostas, to gene therapy elsewhere, or is this truly a Sarepta story?
Overall, I think it's mostly a Sarepta story, but there are definitely questions that are being raised about other therapies, because what we believe so far, although there is no definite conclusion about the deaths, is that the delivery method, the capsid, the AAV that Sarepta uses probably causes the death. And we know that most of the gene therapies use AAV to deliver the drug, and these can have implications for all therapies down the road, especially how FDA interacts with them prior and after their approval.
What is this usually what happens? The FDA provides a recommendation, and then what? If the company ignores it, then can they just tell them they have to do that? Like, how does this work?
It's a very good question. So just to clarify, Elevidys, the gene therapy of Sarepta, has been fully approved in ambulatory patients. For FDA to really enforce a withdrawal from the market, there should be some material change in the safety or efficacy profile of the fully approved drug. So far, as I mentioned, there have been 0 deaths in the ambulatory part, although we have seen 3 deaths in the non-ambulatory part. 0 deaths have been reported in the ambulatory part of the population. So I think it will be challenging for FDA to enforce a market withdrawal at this point. Typically, for safety reasons, FDA may recommend a pause for some time until they come up with the result of the investigation. And remember, there is an investigation going on to understand what causes the deaths exactly. But again, this investigation is mostly for the non-ambulatory deaths, and it's not clear yet whether or not it will impact the ambulatory part. But even if FDA decides to enforce withdrawal of the drug, it may take some time. We have examples from the past where FDA, it took FDA about 2.5 years to really remove a drug from the market after they requested or they tried to enforce removal from the market.
Hey, Kostas, really quick, we've only got a couple seconds. Is the more friendly M&A environment, is that a re-rating of your entire sector right now?
Definitely M&A helps so far, but we need to see more M&A for the sector, really for the sentiment to improve. Definitely we see some improvement in the sentiment. We see some upside in names that are related to recent M&A, but we definitely need more of that.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Kostas. We appreciate you joining with some perspective on Sarepta.
Thanks for having me.